incorporate some reflection on the bigger point of the story, okay? So when characters can verbalize the lessons that they've learned or their regrets or their feelings through dialogue, that allows you to incorporate reflection in a much more natural way. Okay? So that's another really important use that you could do with dialogue. All right, so I've given you some examples. You have access to what we just shared. Okay, so now you're going to try. All right, so I've given you groups, virtual kids, on our discussion board. Okay, I've indicated your job. So I want you to do the task that I go over in just a second, but you're going to do it on the discussion board so that you guys can collaborate with those in a little bit. You guys can just type it or write it, whatever you'd like, and then we're going to pair and share. Okay? So if your last name starts with A to D, okay, you're going to write dialogue based on the narration, on the side in the black, okay, to indicate what the characters are getting ready, that the characters are getting ready to change location. So I've given you the little scenario, right? It says Jen and Claire are done with a difficult physics exam and they were running late to calculus. Please know that's never been a situation in my life, ever. Didn't take physics, didn't take calculus, but you're very smart and you probably have. It's fine. All right, so you're going to write dialogue that shows this scenario and helps move this story forward so that we show the change in location, okay? Any questions if you're A to D? Anybody have any questions? You guys good? All right. Okay, so next group, E to I. And I tried to do these based on the numbers within the class, but we're a little off. That's okay. So you're going to focus on using dialogue for description. Okay, you're going to rewrite the dialogue to incorporate a better use of imagery. So you're going to do a better job of incorporating description, imagery, the senses, right, into what the characters are saying. So the original one is, I can't believe we are finally at the beach, Meg said. It is so beautiful here. I had no idea it would look like this. Okay? So you take that scenario and you do a better job of incorporating description into your dialogue. Any questions for my E to I? Anybody have a question? Okay. All right. If you are J to N, you are going to write dialogue that incorporates conflict. Okay, so your scenario is over on the right. Julie and Brian sat silently in the car on the way home from their date. This was the third time this month that they fought over Brian's excessive spending. Dun, dun, dun. Have fun with that one. School appropriate, but have fun with that one. All right, any questions with that group? Y'all give me a thumbs up if you're that last name and you're good. Okay, you guys? Okay. So almost done. Characterization is O through S. Okay, so if your last name is O through S, you are going to look at the narration and you're going to write dialogue that helps to illustrate the description of the character. You're building a character by incorporating dialogue into your writing. So the scenario is, Liz always thinks she is right about everything. She is a know-it-all, and she thinks she is much smarter than her peers. Oh, Liz. Okay, so you're going to write a conversation that does a better job of teaching us about Liz and these things about Liz. Got it? Great. Yes? Thumbs up if you get it. Thumbs up. Use the emojis. We have the emojis back. There you go. Thank you. All right. And then finally, if you are T through Z, you're always last. You have to walk through last when you graduate. I'm sorry. It's what happens when your last name is T through Z, and I'm sorry. But here you go. You are going to focus on reflection. Okay? You're going to write dialogue that reflects the central idea that's noted. Okay, we've talked about central idea. After her car accident, Kate learned that no text or call is so important that it cannot wait until she is out of her car. I sound like a mom preaching at you, don't I? That's because I'm a mom preaching at you. But reflection. Any questions? Okay. All right, so you guys are going to work here. You guys are going to do this. You can write it out on a piece of paper, and then when you have it finalized, if you want to type it into that discussion board, okay? Let's say, what time is it? Let's say 15 minutes, and then I'm going to tell you what you're going to do next and how you're going to collaborate online. You guys take 15 minutes and do it here, and then I'm going to tell you how we're going to socially distance collaborate, okay? Great. All right. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, type it in the chat, or you can raise your emoji hand, since I took care of the Google situation and you have an emoji hand again, and I'll answer your question. And you guys are working with you